What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Beyond the Blacktop podcast. It is your host, as always, Hutch, and joined by me are my co-hosts, Breon and Cody. Say what's up, y'all.
What's good, my
poppin', gang? What's poppin', gang?
And the last couple of weeks, obviously, we've been talking about nothing but football. So this week, we're going to talk about nothing but college basketball. Because it's that time of year, man. It's March Madness, one of everybody's most favorite time of the year because, you know, it's exciting, bro.
Especially mine.
Not
basketball,
because
basketball head over here.
My fault.
I just love college basketball, bro. All around.
College basketball is fun as hell, man.
It's the madness.
It's the
shot that was thrown, though, is insane.
I ignored it completely.
Hey, I'm instigating.
Now,
that's all I got right now.
As we're recording it, it is Thursday, and you know, games are still going on, and by the time you guys see this, it'll be Friday, and first round will be like halfway over. So we're gonna talk about what our predictions were, what our brackets were looking like, and then we'll kind of get into things that have already happened, you know, today on.
Wait. Before we talk about the brackets, though, I want to talk about two games specifically in the first four. I mean, the last four to get in.
The play-in.
Yeah. Well, three games, honestly. The first one was Alabama State. How they got in was crazy. Buzzer beater layup at the last minute. Like, and they was fighting for that buzzer beater too, bro. Like, they got like 3 rebounds back to back to back. Like, that was crazy. Fun fact, I saw it on the internet. It's forgot which girls team it is, but the guy who hit the game winner for Alabama State, the star player on this girls team, Southern. The star player on Southern, that's his fiance. And both of them are playing in the tournament right now. That's so tough. Far. Shout out to them.
It is tough.
The other game I want to talk about is shout out to my ACC, even though I can't stand this team at all. I can't stand their guts. They really showed that even though the ACC was bad this year, the ACC always come to hoop, baby. Like, they smacked San Diego State. Like,
who we talking
back
about?
To UNC. Beat them. They beat San Diego State by 30, bro.
Put the pause.
That's insanity.
And they was beating them the whole game. Like,
put the heels on
them. You gotta, for those who you don't know, y'all gotta get used to James and his dad jokes. It will never end, and I honestly don't ever want it to end. So,
I mean, I don't want it to end,
but I will say, James, you're a cornball.
Hey, I appreciate that.
Still love you though.
I work on my craft.
I still love you though.
As soon as they put them paws on them and popped in my head, I was like, oh.
Yeah, I saw it. Like, I saw the light bulb, man. I saw the wheels turning, bro.
Mm-hmm.
But the last thing I want to talk about before we get to the bracket was, y'all heard me talking about it last night on the game, bro. That Texas and Xavier game was so good, bro. Shout out to Xavier. They fought their way back crazy, bro. Me either.
Texas ended up winning?
No, they lost.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I thought Texas was going to win.
They were hooping. They were hooping in the first half. The next thing you know, bro, I don't know what coach told Xavier at halftime, but he gave a speech. Cause they came out, and there was a whole different team, bro. And like, it's crazy because Jalen Rose had said it on ESPN. He was like, I don't know what's going on, but if Xavier don't come ready to play next half, they're gonna lose this game. And I think like 12 minutes left in that game. No, it was like 2 minutes left after you cut it on. It was like 75-75.
Yeah.
Like, them last 2 minutes was basketball madness, bro. I loved it.
Bro, that's the thing. That's the luxury that we get to have every March. Unpredictable basketball being played, and just like
that's the best part about
it. Like the juice of just being unpredictable. Like, any team can beat any team at any time. It's not always guaranteed. Not in college for sure.
What was the big upset last year? Like, it was a 16-1.
It was Oakland took out somebody. I forgot. They were the 14th seed.
It was like some crazy upsets last year that ruined everybody's bracket, bro.
Because Oakland had that one guy. His name was like Godolkin or something. He hit like 7 threes. He was like 7.
Yeah, he got drafted because of that. Not drafted, but I think he got signed off of that.
He went to summer league, but I think he's overseas now.
Man, that alone. Just, bro, your play in March Madness really, like last year, DJ Byrne. Nobody expected NC State to go to the Final Four last year. They wouldn't expect people. They wouldn't expect them to even win the ACC tournament. They ran through that.
You talking about the big, right?
Yeah, the big with the dreads.
Bro, he was doing so good. Even the NFL teams was like, "Yo, bro, you could be an old lineman with this type of footwork."
Bro, they said
he's overseas right now too. I think
your size and your footwork, boy, come here. That happened with it's Jair, the one that used to play with LeBron's son, the big boy.
Yeah,
he's the one play. I think he played offensive line somewhere, and I think Florida somewhere.
Yeah, that's
he switched gears.
I love that for him.
He ready too, bro. He was. I saw him working out.
Footwork. All he needs is the footwork, and
because he already big and stocky, bro. So
yeah.
All right, let's get into the bracket, baby. What you got for us?
Before the games that happened today, my Final Four was Michigan State, Auburn. Not Auburn. They're in the same bracket. Michigan State, Florida, Duke, and Clemson. Obviously, the Clemson one. The Clemson. I always have that one.
That was a reach.
The Clemson. I always have that one Final Four that's like. But if they went on a run, they could do it. Because last year I chose UCLA. They was the 4th seed. I always got one that's like a long shot. I always I always take a gamble. And I respect Clemson this year. They beat a lot of good teams. So I was like, man, McNeese, they could do that. Man, what? McNeese came out there and put the clamps on. But anyway, what else?
My Final Four. Oh, go ahead. My fault.
You got it.
My Final Four was St. John, Duke, Florida, and Kentucky. Oh wait, no, wait, I'm missing UConn. Did I do 4 or 5? Or Auburn? So it should have been Auburn, Kentucky, St. John, and Duke. There it is. Those are my Final Four. And I got Duke winning it all.
Yeah, Kentucky over Houston and Tennessee.
Yeah.
That's tough.
I did some crazy stuff.
I ain't gonna lie. Kentucky got the experience. I would say
a lot of people don't have St. John going either.
They got the St. John is a crazy one, but they also Kentucky and St. John did the same thing this year. They both really didn't get anybody out of like high school. They got a lot of transfers coming to their school, so they got a lot of people who are older with playoff like college madness experience. So I ain't mad at either one of those. That's them two good picks.
And St. John's got like one of the greatest college coaches ever. So they're
ever. Yeah.
And they had number 2 seed. Like it's not a bad pick.
The only knock I had on them was the level of competition that they played was not as great. But
that's fair. But that's hard to like do when you're St. John. I mean, you're not one of the higher D1s. You know what I'm saying? They're just kind of like Creighton. I mean, Creighton only has a freaking basketball team.
Yeah. So, the only knock I had on St. John is they got to go through Florida. And Florida is a great team this year, bro.
Yeah. Yep.
With that being said, I did some research today because I wanted to know, was I crazy for putting all the number 1 seeds in my Final Four? So I have Auburn, Florida, Duke, and Houston. But the fun fact is 2008, the Final Four was played in San Antonio, and that was the only time since they've made the game 64 teams that all 4 number 1 seeds made it to the Final Four. Yeah. And guess what, guys?
So what you trying to say, bro?
2025, they back in San Antonio, baby. I'm just saying.
Houston going all the way?
I got Houston, Duke, Auburn, and Florida. And then I got, come on now, baby. Sights on 6. Sights on 6, man. We're looking for that 6th banner.
Watch Duke lose this next round.
The first one, we ain't played the first game yet.
I got them going to the championship.
That's why I said the next one.
Oh, so
First.
after this one, the next
The
one.
next one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
See,
I just want to see. I just want to see you come on the podcast crying. That's all.
I ain't gonna cry.
That's
I'm gonna be hurt, but I ain't gonna cry.
Blaming the refs and some more stuff.
Oh no, I would never do that. I would never do that unless it's like a very close game and a questionable call. Then I might. But
see, there it is. That's all I'm looking for.
It's like
even if it's just a silent tier, I just need one.
Hold on, Breon, because he said something wild. You have what happening?
I have Michigan State beating Auburn.
That boy is
Hey, look.
You know what,
Auburn
James? I'm not mad at that, bro.
Auburn.
I'm not mad at that.
Questionable all year.
They have lost the last 4 games.
100%.
They have lost to teams they should lose to, and
Then
my thing is that they come up against because Michigan State's some dogs,
bro,
and they coach by a dog.
Izzo, bro.
They're coached by an animal.
Listen, bro. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, bro. I always been told a lot of people this. I respect 2 other coaches outside of Duke coaches. Like Shire is cold, but Coach K is like longevity wise, them old head coaches. I respect 2 of them that always make it to March Madness. That's Izzo and that's Calipari. Them 2 dogs, bro. Now Patino, he been a dog. We ain't talking about him either. I'm leaving him out of this conversation. He been doing this.
He been
but
doing some questionable things too. Sorry.
Whoa. Anyway, back to the basketball conversation. Back to the basketball conversation.
Sorry. Let's go.
I mean, Kentucky too, man. I guess. I mean, Kansas. He another one, but
hold on.
Izzo?
You talking about Kansas right now?
What's the score, bro?
It's tied, I think.
It's 64-63 or 64-61. But they were just down 10, so they're on the comeback.
Yeah, I hope
they were
so.
just down 10.
I hope not.
So they play against again? Arkansas?
Arkansas.
I hope not. Yeah.
Yeah, and see, 2 of the coaches I just mentioned 2 dogs right there.
Mm-hmm.
Why is it not Arkansas? Sorry. No.
No. Let's talk about it for a second. That's a great question. But we could go on and on about the English language, my boy.
Bro, listen, I have a picture and it's just ridiculous. It was the elementary school that had the picture up, and I was like, yeah, that shows why our English language is horrible. Like, yeah, it was like 3 different letters you can put together to make the same sound. And I was like, this is ridiculous. That's why it's a problem.
Yeah.
That's exactly why it's a problem.
But anyway.
Bruh. It was ER, IR, and UR.
I had them losing. Just like I saw Drake play in person.
Drake.
They are such a well-coached team that I was not confident in Missouri's ability to beat them today.
Ain't that your favorite team?
Second.
Well, one of them right now. Besides the alma mater.
Drake's playing right now is up 7.
They are up 7.
It's halftime.
But if Mitchell goes off, then they can
give Mizzou a chance.
Yeah. But James, not to backtrack or anything, but I love that Auburn losing the Michigan State pick. I think that's beyond fair. I'm just putting that out there. That is beyond fair.
Still a bold pick.
It's fair though.
Every time Tom Izzo's teams make it to it doesn't matter what seed they are. You know that they could, break off a nice run, win a few games.
Mm-hmm.
They hurt us when we had Zion in them. Well, Zion, the size 13, did too, but put on line just always kill you, don't it, KD?
Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
Yeah, I was like, I put a lot of faith in them. Hopefully they can do it.
It's fun. I like it. Bro,
that's a bracket buster. If Auburn loses,
I haven't heard a bracket buster gone. A lot of people are going to lose a lot of money if they put money in it.
100%.
But I like all these picks, bro. Everybody y'all name is well coached teams. Like I don't hear any bad picks going in. Like y'all not putting no wild teams in there. Like I don't know. Colorado State is the team everybody's saying is good, but I don't think they're making the Final Four good.
Bruh, here's the thing, though, bro.
Possibly.
Yeah, I got them with going kind of hard, but
even with all of this, all these, I love this pick, bro. In my heart of hearts, I feel like this is the most unpredictable year of all time.
Mm-hmm. I'd agree with that.
Because I feel like, bro, anybody can take off and win this thing. Anyone. Just like I told James, I love that pick because yes, Auburn 1 is looking not so great, but bro, it's everybody could be everybody. It feels like that's just what it feels like.
I agree. Except for UNC. I got no faith in UNC.
No, once they play,
who they play next?
Ole Miss. I don't
They
know.
probably, that's my last one. I got them probably winning. Which is an ACC SEC lineup. I'm liking it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm liking the SEC matchup.
You know, there's another team that like somehow they always pop up out of nowhere, and they're like they good and they win games. Gonzaga. I don't know much about Gonzaga, but I know when I see them in the tournament, they're gonna be dangerous.
Spokane, baby.
Spokane, Washington. They ain't got nothing.
I literally,
for them.
James, that's literally why I picked them to win a couple of games in the bracket. I don't know nothing about nothing besides that they win when it comes to March Madness.
Because look, they got to play Houston next. They could win that.
They could easily
also lose that.
Well, they can't easily win it, but
I didn't say that. I said they could.
They can win it. No, I did. I'm correcting myself.
I ain't gonna lie to y'all. That's gonna be a game because Houston got the best defense out there right now, bro. Houston's defense against Gonzaga's offense is gonna be a fun thing to watch because, like I said, people keep saying that Duke got the best defense mainly because of Malik Brown, who we don't have right now, which is definitely hurting us. But Houston, they just some dogs this year, bro. They always good, but defensively, I ain't seen a team like this since that team that had Davion Mitchell and them on Baylor, bro.
Yeah,
and that was a defensive team.
Defensive team. So let me ask you this: does defense win championships, or does offense take over?
I think defense.
In this scenario,
the Gonzaga Houston.
The Gonzaga Houston, and this is
all the reason I say this is the gap between Gonzaga's defense and Houston's defense is much wider than Gonzaga's offense to Houston's offense, and that's why I have Houston winning that battle.
That's fair.
Okay,
because they both can score, but they defense is a little more.
Yeah.
So it's like them fast breaks gonna be the difference, and they're gonna get them because, bro, I see them jumping the lane on some crazy steals today. I ain't gonna cap. Yeah. When I say it looked like they was playing 2K out there with some of the steals they was getting, they should not have got them, and they was getting them, bro. I'm like, how did you even read that? I didn't even know he was gonna make that pass, and I'm watching. I'm locked in.
Defense wins championships.
I agree.
But all right.
Back to you though with the Auburn thing, bro.
What's up with the Auburn thing, bro?
I'm just saying, bro. You don't think Broome being one of the top 2 players in the nation, he ain't gonna do it?
He could do it. It's possible. Unless they wouldn't have lost 3 games in a row at the end of the season.
I ain't gonna lie to you though. I'm gonna keep it a bean.
Thank you.
I think Tom Izzo is finna plan to shut him down and make somebody else win that game.
Mm-hmm.
I know how Izzo coaches, bro. That's what he did. That's what he did with Duke with Zion, bro. He stopped Zion and RJ and said, "Do what y'all gonna do."
Everybody else beat us.
Cam gonna shoot. Let Cam shoot. I don't care.
Because the thing is, bro, Michigan is also a tall ass team. They got some big dudes, like 37-footers, bro.
Michigan State always has tall people, bro. Jaren Jackson Jr. went to Michigan State. He's one of the tallest players in the league right now, and he's agile. He can move. They always got some scary player that's a freak of nature on their team. They play defense. Think about it, bro.
So it sounds like, Cody, is that you're leaning towards Michigan the way you're
back and forth, bro. Because I've seen Auburn this year. Auburn been the top all year, bro. Like they've been at the beginning, they was clicking. These last 3 games, tough, but if they get it back going how they had it, it's gonna get scary.
Maybe they needed to click in.
I think if Auburn does click back into how they were at the beginning, everything will be smooth too.
But if they give Michigan State a chance,
But they can't be giving teams chances either. They gotta get up and go.
Because, like we just said, and like we all know, it's one game, baby. This ain't NBA where you get 7 chances.
No,
it's one and done. This like football, bro. You in and out. Ain't no series. You can't figure them out next game. You can't try to adjust to some stuff. No, you gotta adjust at halftime.
Yeah.
This is dope. That's why it's so beautiful, though. Like we were just saying, every game is game 7, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Every game is game 7.
Imagine if they did that like in the NBA. Everybody gets to make the playoffs. One game.
Did I do it again? Wait.
No, you good.
Okay.
No, you're good. You're good.
Man.
Bro, but like, if that was how it was in the NBA, I know a team will upset one of the top picks so fast, bro.
100%.
You would have the Wizards. The Wizards would come out of nowhere and beat the Celtics.
That would be sick.
Just because they wanted that one game. They wanted a little more of that one game.
All right, hold on.
Yeah.
We talked about our Final Fours and whatnot. I'll go through, besides, today's games that have already happened. And y'all tell me who y'all thought was going to win. And, we can see how everybody's bracket shaped out.
You going through the whole first round?
Yeah, majority of them. I'll try to go quick so this doesn't take too long, We're gonna.
No, it shouldn't take that long.
I'm gonna start with most on the East Coast because most of their games haven't played yet. All right, starting with Duke at Mount St. Mary's. I think. No disrespect to Mount St. Mary's.
They was hooping yesterday too. I give them that, but y'all facing a juggernaut.
Yeah, bro. And I don't think they gonna pull a a UMBC?
What are you talking about? Yeah,
Loyola or something like that.
Them too, right?
University of Baltimore or Maryland, Baltimore County when they beat Virginia like 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, none of that's happening.
We got Mississippi State and Baylor.
I got Baylor.
No, I had Baylor as well.
Yeah, I had Baylor too.
Consensus once again.
No disrespect to Mississippi State at all, bro.
Fact, no disrespect. It's just I can't even say there's levels to this.
I know them boys on Baylor, and they dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oregon versus Liberty. I'm not gonna lie, I haven't watched any of Liberty, so
I got Oregon.
I too got.
I had Oregon as well.
Kind of went with the seeding on that one.
Yeah.
I just didn't have that as my 5-12 upset.
Yeah. I wish I did.
And I honestly didn't make any upsets. Probably my downfall.
I was gonna pick McNeese because of they hype man, bro, but I didn't do it, and I should have.
Oh, they hype man. It's always.
Bro, I rock with him so much, bro.
Whenever that type of stuff happens, that team always wins, bro.
Bro, and it's been on. That's why I said I'm supposed to pick them. He been on Instagram getting posted since like the end of January, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I should have known. Like that should have told me. Hey, bro, they finna
like when Loyola Chicago and was her mother married. Should have known, bro. Should have known.
Every game she went to, they were juiced up, bro.
Bro, juiced.
Mm-hmm. All right, moving on. Arizona, Akron.
Arizona.
Consensus here. Arizona.
BYU and VCU. This already happened, but I'm not gonna lie. I had VCU.
I had BYU. I had BYU.
Yeah. And you know what's crazy is VCU was winning the whole game. They were winning.
Then BYU turn up at the last like 5 minutes.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
I was watching the game.
That was my upset pick because I thought VCU had a very good team.
They did.
They do and did.
Not enough. I lost by 9, bro. It's not bad.
Wisconsin versus Montana. It was
I had
Wisconsin for a second, but Wisconsin.
Consensus. Yeah.
Now this is a different kind of pick. St. Mary's and Vanderbilt. Now I'm not gonna lie. I think I picked Vandy.
I got Vandy
because Vandy upset some people in the
regular season.
Didn't Vandy beat
Florida and Mizzou?
I got Vandy, bro.
Oh, look at my mom talking smack. My mom
let me make sure I'm
James Compson. I was like, chill out. Chill out. No, who did I have?
Let me try to get in the order that you are.
Yeah, I had Vanderbilt. Yeah, I picked Vanderbilt.
Yeah.
That's another. I mean, it's not much of an upset. It's a 7 versus 10.
Yeah, that's always not a bad one. Like the 8-9, I'm mad and picked Creighton because I had a feeling they was gonna win. Like
Yeah, me too. I don't
those
pick them either.
those really aren't upsets though. Like the real upsets are like a 2-15 or a 3-14. Like them are like whoa,
Mm-hmm.
what happened?
What are
Like,
you looking at? Or you just have a screenshot of your
I have a
bracket?
screenshot of my bracket.
no, I got the ESPN app, so I'm just scrolling.
This is my first bracket.
Yeah, I was
the
just
only bracket
okay.
I
I'm gonna
filled
just
out.
do that then.
I did it off feeling alone.
Me too. I only feel that one.
That's how I do mine. I don't do nothing like that. I got this one, I got a computer generated one, and then my cousin made one. I put hers on my stuff so she can track it with her ranks or whatever. He lost, by the way. Don't watch this, Deanna, but
Dang.
he had Clemson winning it all. So
That is a crazy
Damn.
pick. Crazy pick.
and she went off straight feeling. She just I like this team name. This look.
She shot that from over. She shot that from Yucatan.
And airball.
She shot that one from Yucatan, bro.
Last game in the East, we got Alabama versus Robert Morris.
Consensus, I suppose.
Alabama.
Bama.
My brother got Alabama
Yeah.
all the way.
They got a good team. They got the
Not
team to do it.
Not winning, but all the way, like making it.
They got the team to do it, bro. Alabama is another scary team.
They are scary.
Definitely.
The SEC got some scary teams, bro.
Part of the SEC was just so good this year.
Oh, the SEC got the most teams in here right now, bro.
It's usually not like it's usually the ACC.
Yeah, like they beat us by like I think I don't know, like 2 or 3 teams. The ACC is still really represented in here, even though Clemson just got kicked out. We're still really represented in here, but SEC took over this year, bro. I don't know what it was with this. Hey, I know what it is. NIL deals.
Man, they had the money from football. They was like,
you get to go other places now, bro.
Man, all right, flipping over to
Breon.
the South.
Breon was froze for a second. He back now.
Okay.
Right. Oh, I was.
It was a brief second.
We got Auburn versus Alabama State. Obviously, Auburn.
We had Auburn.
Wait, where are you at now?
We're in the South.
Southwest.
South.
Yeah.
He went all the way to the top.
I just flipped to the other side.
That's fair.
And then Louisville lost to Creighton. Sadness. I had Louisville.
It's crazy. I had Louisville winning that.
Auburn winning the next game anyway. Didn't matter who it was.
Man, very true.
Same.
All right, we got Michigan and UC San Diego.
I got Michigan.
Michigan. Yeah, I also have Michigan.
Let's get it.
Texas A&M and Yale. All right, now for this game, I heard Yale got a great team this year. And there's always one Ivy League team that just got a good basketball team. And it's usually Yale.
Yeah, I would.
But
Texas down 15 right now.
They down 15. Where are you seeing that at? It's 58-50.
Nah, bro, it's 67-52.
Damn, I also haven't refreshed that.
I'm looking at my app too, G. I'm looking at the same.
Yeah, I'm looking right at that. Down 15 right now.
They're down a good 15.
All right, well,
I got A&M though.
Yeah, I had A&M as well. They beat Auburn
14. They hit a free throw.
UNC, I had Ole Miss. Obvious.
I have Ole Miss just because they are the better team, but I wouldn't be surprised if UNC upsets them, bro.
I would.
The way RJ Davis was playing the other day, if he bring that again today, and they got their big man back.
I mean, that's usually when
they need
college.
They ain't got no height.
College hoopers make a lot of legacy off of March Madness, man. It just takes that one. Once they get a spark, and you play pretty consistently too. So,
and I ain't gonna lie, if anybody gonna do it on that team, it's RJ. He been here and done that.
Cause who was
he done made it.
That white guard a couple years ago? He had the mustache, and they made it to like the
Baller, bruh.
Baller.
Yeah,
I don't know his name, but I remember
I think were they on UConn? Was he on UConn?
No, because they were like a 13.
He was on a blue team.
Yeah, he was on a he was on
St. Mary's something like that.
I think it was St. Mary's.
It might have been, but baller.
But yeah, I know him because of that. Like we talking about the dude from Oakland. He was known for splashing.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
All right, moving on. Iowa State and Lipscomb. I don't even know where Lipscomb is, but I ain't gonna lie to you.
These are the consensus here.
Consensus for sure.
Marquette and New Mexico.
Now this one is a back and forth. I got Marquette, but this could be a scary upset.
I went with New Mexico.
So did I. I went New Mexico as well.
That's all.
I went Marquette off of. I ain't gonna lie, this was a personal pick. I went Marquette because Jimmy Butler. He now plays for the Warriors. He now plays for the Warriors, so I picked it. I ain't gonna lie.
Hey, makes
Bruh. What a crazy pull I just did.
that is crazy.
You just know me, bro. That's what it is. You just know.
I know.
Then we got Michigan State versus Bryant.
Well, we know you got them winning.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep.
But I
do too.
But I also have them winning.
All right, now we're moving down to the west side.
Florida.
Florida versus Norfolk State.
Florida.
Yeah, I already know who I got, man.
100% Florida.
We ain't got to talk about the number one pick. Cause all mine I got going to the ship. So
this is a more interesting pick or game. UConn versus Oklahoma.
I have a feeling I know what y'all picked, and I know I did not pick the same thing as y'all.
This is a flip.
UConn.
I know you picked UConn.
I picked Oklahoma.
I know you did. Oh, that did. I wasn't ready for that one.
Yeah,
I picked Oklahoma too.
Oklahoma got a good basketball team.
I only picked UConn because, like you said, it is a flip of the coin, and my coin landed on UConn has been successful more recently, more often.
They won two back to back.
Yeah, that was my. That's the only reason I chose them, really.
That's fair. That's not a bad pick. The history is there for UConn.
Yeah,
And
the history. That's literally why.
Dan Hurley is like that.
Man, what? Mine was kind of a like, Oklahoma been balling this year. I'm going.
Honestly, bro.
Which can easily be the case. Like, and I don't
again,
think there's a wrong answer here.
You know how it goes. It's that 8-9, bro. It can go either way.
It could really go either way.
Cause they like right there, bro.
And all these games could go either way.
I mean, yeah, but like the ones that's real close can really go either.
The next one could go either way, and that's a 5-12.
Yeah, this one's scary, bro.
Colorado State.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm biased, so I've chose Colorado winning.
Hey, bro, that's not a bad pick.
There's nothing
strictly off the muscle.
They hooping this year though. They got to play. I can't think his name right now, but he's a dog.
Clifford.
He's a dog, bro.
He averages 19 and 10 and 5 assists. That's a dog. He's the league in all three stats.
And then here we go with Memphis. I mean, great coach. Penny's still there, right? Penny's still there, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, great coach. Great player and coach.
Mm-hmm.
He gon' do this every year. He gonna get them at least in this thing, but
bro, the matchup prediction for that is 86% Maryland. Oh wait, I'm on the wrong one.
I was gonna say that's the one below.
Yeah, my fault.
That's still bad.
This one is actually, even though the seating is, it's still like almost 50%. It's got Memphis by 53.2%.
I told you, bro. That's how they are.
86% chance.
Maryland is tough, bro.
That's what it's predicted.
Yeah.
Anyways, and I think consensus here says that we all got Maryland winning.
Bro, they got Derek Queen, and he's a dog.
Because Grand Canyon is like, I'm pretty sure Grand Canyon is one of those colleges where they got like multiple campuses, and most people are genuinely online.
Yeah. They only got basketball, too. They don't have any other sport.
So, maybe they'll surprise us, but I doubt it.
Nah. Not with this one. Right. Game that's still going on.
Bruh,
Michigan and Drake.
I knew it. I knew I should have picked Drake to win this game. I knew it. They are winning by 15 right now, currently.
It's about to be 20 here shortly.
Hey, all I gotta say here,
bro.
It's 12 minutes left.
There's a lot of time.
There's a lot of basketball left, bro.
There's a lot of time.
I'll tell you right now, boy, them boys is crunk.
Kansas, Arkansas. Sorry to interrupt. Kansas.
Oh, that's a good game, baby.
72-75 with 10 seconds left.
I ain't gonna lie.
Oh man,
Arkansas
watching it live.
3.
Okay, we can skip to Texas Tech real quick. Go to this one because it's almost over with. Who'd y'all have for this?
Texas. Oh, Kansas and Arkansas.
Yeah.
I had Kansas.
At Arkansas.
I actually had Arkansas. I thought I had Kansas.
At Arkansas.
I had Kansas, so we're gonna
Had the upset.
10 seconds left.
Kansas' fall from grace this year was crazy.
Oh, this game over with, baby.
Oh, it's a 4-point game. Oh, they must have fouled.
Yeah. GG's.
It's a 5-point game. It's 77-72.
They must have been fouling.
Oh, mine's a little delayed. I'm watching his second free throw right now.
You're watching the game. I'm looking at the points.
Yeah, I was looking at.
Yeah, the game is live right now.
Yeah, but I cut mine off. I was watching the points on our app we looking at.
Yeah, because I got to pull it up right.
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah, I got the app right here too.
Hey,
There's only 3 seconds left. Yeah,
so,
GG's.
Yeah, that's GG's, boy.
That's a great pull, Cody.
I had Kansas winning this one.
All right, back to Texas Tech and UNC Wilmington.
Yeah,
I think we got a consensus here.
Texas Tech.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Texas Tech.
Sorry.
They're another good team this year, bro.
Kansas.
Hey,
Kansas.
Man, you ain't had them
Y'all
win.
telling me, bro.
Don't. You had them.
No, I didn't.
8 times in the next game.
he did. He did.
I do.
Speaking of which, same time, Omaha.
St. John's. I got St. John's.
You ain't going with the Nebraska team?
Hell no, bro.
Not that one.
Not that.
If you're gonna go with a Nebraska team, it's Creighton. Not fucking Omaha. Kelsey will tell you that. Kelsey, my wife, will tell you that
for
too.
this one.
Yeah, same.
And then you didn't make the tournament.
Yeah.
Yo, instant reaction is hilarious.
Omaha.
His face was like,
What?
why would I ever do
Definitely
something
not.
like that?
No. I damn near felt disrespected at that.
My fault.
All right, moving on to our last bracket, the Midwest. We got Houston beat the absolute crap out of
I
SIU.
ain't gonna lie to y'all. Shout out to SIU for making it a kind of respectable game at the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
It was,
About Houston, they suffocate defense.
bro,
Gonzaga.
I had Georgia winning that game.
Already talked about
Unfortunately,
Clemson freaking losing by 2.
Damn, heartbreaking for me.
I ain't gonna lie though. They had to fight back to get there, so
They did, bro. They were down by like 20 at one point, and
they fought
that-
back.
That's what's crazy to me, bro.
That makes it more sick too.
Yeah, that's just stuff that I'm like, bruh. This is why I don't know. Like anybody can win.
Mhm.
That's a prime example right there.
Because Clemson was, bruh. Like if you would have seen that defense they played in them last like 3-4 minutes, it's like, why couldn't you do this
Them
the
boys
whole
got-
time?
They had to go ahead and lock you in, twin.
Then after that, Purdue. I had Purdue over High Point. Let's hold on. I'm sure y'all did too, right?
Of course.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's talk about
I'm
High
sorry.
Point, bro.
They had made a respectable game
I have no idea where High Point is,
at all.
and they have 2 teams, and they had the men's made it, and so did the girls.
Shout out
Never
to High
even heard
Point.
of them, but shout out to them. Came out of
For
nowhere.
sure.
Like Cesar said, shout out to High Point.
All respect.
And we got Illinois versus Xavier.
I got Illinois winning, even though Xavier played a great game yesterday. I got Illinois winning. You got X winning?
No,
I got Xavier winning, bro.
No, I'm talking about Cesar. Now,
Yeah.
hold on. I will say this, and this is a crazy thing for me to say. If that was Texas, I had Texas beating them.
That's fair.
But I think Illinois gonna beat Xavier.
Yeah, me too.
I got Xavier, bro.
For my third
I
favorite.
gotta have some kind. I had to have some kind of
Upset, some
alert.
kind of crazy one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fair. And then Kentucky versus Troy.
I got
I
Kentucky
got them
winning
going to
that one.
Final Four, so Kentucky for sure.
Yeah, true.
Hey, look, that's a crazy one. Mine was more crazy.
Game just started. They tied 6-6 right now.
UCLA versus Utah? Yep. I have UCLA.
I also
Yeah, I'm on.
Actually, no.
What's up?
I had Utah.
Us.
Picked Utah.
I ain't gonna lie. This could be an upset.
It's possible.
Nah.
He said nah.
Well, let me not say that.
Yeah,
Let me not say
Man,
that.
UCLA is good, but I looked up some Utah. I looked up some games.
Mm-hmm.
After I put my pick in, I was like, I might have should have put a different pick. But wait, we gonna see.
And then to end it off, you got Tennessee beat the mess out of Wofford.
And I'm sure we all had Tennessee winning that.
100%.
For sure.
100%.
Yeah.
So let me ask y'all this then, man. we've been watching the games all day. What has been y'all favorite game so far?
Today?
Yeah.
Shoot, maybe the one that just finished, Kansas and Arkansas.
That was one of them for sure. That's a madness game. But in honor of March Madness being truly madness, it was the Clemson game, bro.
That was craziness, dude.
I was watching it so upset, and as I started watching Clemson literally try to claw their way back,
just to lose by freaking 2, bro.
In that first half,
it hurts.
First half was crazy, bro. I don't know. McNeese was playing some kind of zone defense, and Clemson couldn't do nothing about it. Nothing.
Bro, I will say this, like, a lot of teams don't run zone in college anymore. Like, at first, it was mainly Syracuse that ran the 2-3 zone. They ran it flawlessly. Like, it was crazy. But now, nobody really runs zone anymore. Like, I seen Duke do it earlier this year, and they locked the team up because of it. Like, running zone throws teams off a lot. Like, because
the Gators were so good.
Like, teams don't plan for it no more. So that when they get hit by it, it's like they gotta run sets they normally don't run. And now people forget where they normally gotta go. If you're not a team that constantly practices that, you're never gonna be ready for it, bro. So once it get thrown at you, it's like, whoa. And I'm pretty sure Clemson hasn't seen that all year.
Clemson too, they were down 18 in the first half. And they turned the frick up the second half. But it's like, bro, you had to come back from 18 with only 2 halves.
The half
tough, bro.
Makes it so much more tough.
Yeah.
I mean, it's 20 minutes, but still, like,
no breaks.
It's not the same. I don't think, I think that's what, separates college football or college basketball right now. It's like the halves, you don't have time in between to, really talk shit through. Like, each quarter, if you have 4 quarters, you get to talk in each quarter. Here you're going to have to, bruh, let me call a timeout, get them together. Not, hey, sit down here for a good 3 to 5 minutes and let's talk about this. Calm down. You know what I'm saying? You can't talk to the whole team.
I ain't going to lie, too, though. In the NBA,
a bit of a different dynamic.
Mm-hmm. Them extra 8 minutes do make a big difference, bro.
Yeah, man. Imagine
Clemson with another 8 minutes.
But I could also say that in the first quarter for McNeese. I mean,
well, that's the extra 4 for them then, and the extra 4 for Clemson.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it changes the game.
Because
changes the whole thing, bro.
McNeese came out and they went back to man-to-man, and I don't know why. The zone was working.
They got comfortable, bro. When you up by 18, you think you can switch them up and
you start doing shit. Yeah,
that's fair. That's always how it happens. But they got lucky. I don't know if they got lucky, but they caught a break at the end.
Man,
Clemson. Well, I said mine, James. Or was yours Clemson too?
That was a great game. Let me look at all these games that I watched. I think that was more sad. Yeah, I have to agree with y'all with Clemson and Arkansas versus Kansas.
If we talking about this, overall games though, my favorite one so far is still that Texas and Xavier game, bro.
Oh yeah,
that game was so beautiful yesterday, bro. It was the perfect back and forth story. Like, Texas was up in the first half. It was back and forth the first half of the first half. Then towards the end, Texas to their little thing. And then, Xavier fought back. They was back and forth. It was like the Cinderella story game, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I asked this question yesterday to Breon. We didn't know. I didn't look it up yet either. I need to. I'm confused on the seeding in March Madness. Why does two teams play for the 11 seed, but that other 11 don't just automatically go to 16? Why do 2 other teams just play for the last spot, but they playing for a spot above that? Like Texas and Xavier, for instance.
2 11s.
Either one could have been an 11 seed, but then you got San Diego State and UNC playing for last place.
San Diego State and North Carolina were playing for 11th.
They playing for 11 too?
Yeah.
Yeah, they were also
All right,
playing for 11.
so okay, I'm sorry. St. Mary's in them, and then Auburn State, Alabama State, and whoever they played. They played for 16th spots.
It's
Yeah,
probably because
they
of
did.
the probably the strength of schedule. I had to guess because
That
all
makes
these
the most
teams,
sense.
all these like the Alabama State, St. Francis, American, Mount St. Those are like mid-level to low-level D1s, while Texas and Xavier and UNC are high, like power, not power five.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
They play
Yeah,
all the
like,
Definitely.
SEC teams.
they blue bloods.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but like
Because a team like Alabama
I get
State,
it.
they'll play like maybe one seeded team all season. Maybe they'll play a like a Alabama once. Like, well, obviously, that's it. The rest of the year, they're gonna play their own conference, whatever conference that is. 'Cause
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. Isn't that a sweat?
Yeah,
I don't remember. But
it's like I get that wholeheartedly because like they deserve to be in the tournament too. But it's just like, dang, bro, as a 11, I lost this game, and now I don't get to play at all in the tournament no more. Like
Yeah.
I'm better than I'm better than
Is them your
four other teams. I'm better than four other teams in this league easily.
shoot, a lot of people.
I could have been above them.
Shoot, what?
But the crazy part about it is, honestly, they playing for 11 spot, right? So it's 4 12s, 13s, 14s, 15s, and 16s that's below them. It's 20 teams that are technically below them in ranking,
I'm with you when you're right, man.
and they can't make it. That's why I'm confused on how that works.
You know where it even gets even worse, bruh? Or like Wake Forest finished like better in their conference than North Carolina did. Shoot, SMU had a better SMU had
SMU had a great
overall record than UNC did.
SMU had a great record.
I also think though it goes by like the points you score and the points allowed. So I think you got to take that into consideration. I think that's what like
You think so?
chooses.
If that's the
chooses
case,
things.
UNC should. They was at the bottom of like, besides like, I hope, was it Miami or something that was horrible in ACC this year?
True, but a name goes a long way too, bro. Let's be real.
And bro, that's what they said.
That
They had
sucks, but
there was this guy who had I forgot who else he had, but it was like two teams that could have made it. It was UNC and somebody else, and they was like, "Tell me your, tell me your stats, but don't say your name, and we'll see if we should get put into the March Madness."
Mhm.
And dude who said his stat, he was like, "I played in this conference, I did this here, I was They're like, oh, he's like, I was 12-10 in conference, blah blah blah. Oh, he did pretty good. And then UNC was saying like, well, we didn't do this in conference. We did this bad. It's like, you guys suck. He's like, but we're UNC. They're like, oh, you're UNC? Oh yeah, you can get in. And Buddy was like,
Yeah.
whoa, you said no names. He's like, when I say that,
Yeah.
get out of here. I was like, bro, that's crazy. Like,
That's pretty much.
so names can go a long way too.
Because
names go a long way.
there were some good teams
Sure.
that were probably better than UNC. And I guess you could argue, you know, those teams should have won more games. But
So to UNC.
yeah, exactly.
Omaha acting like they won the ship in the locker room. It's crazy. Y'all should see this, bro.
Wait, Omaha? What you mean?
They acting like they won the ship in the locker room, bro.
Said Omaha?
Omaha?
Omaha.
Who plays St. John's?
Yeah.
They ain't even
I'm
played.
watching the commercial. Exactly, but they're wilding.
Oh,
in
like
the
they're
locker
hyping
room.
themselves up type stuff?
Yeah, talking about belt to ass and all kinds of stuff.
They ain't saying that, bro. Relax.
They're gonna stop.
They're not saying it. Buddy had a trash can and a towel and whipping the trash can.
That's actually crazy. I think that
They literally wasn't saying it.
I think they do that actually.
They wasn't saying it. They was saying it.
I think they do that.
Belt
like
to
their
ass.
opponent. Like they tape their opponent's like logo on it, and then I think I remember seeing them doing that in their like
That's
conference
crazy.
tournament.
Oh, well, it's still, regardless, however it goes, that's what's happening. So I can't wait to see that game.
Oh yeah, that'll be fun. When is that? Tomorrow? Or is that today?
That's Sunday.
Right now, actually.
Oh yeah, 7:45. My fault. Why did I say Sunday?
But all right, y'all. That has been another episode of the Beyond the Blacktop podcast. If I'm doing my math correctly, in about a week when we're back, it'll be the Sweet 16, which will hopefully my bracket isn't as bad as it is right now.
Will it be?
It should be March 27th. It's March 20th.
That's fast, bro.
So we'll see y'all back next week for that. That should be fun. Even more fun than it is right now.
Yes, sir. And we can go through the list again.
So we'll see y'all next week. Peace.